played for Joe Paterno.
Meeting like the myth, the legend kind of thing. You know what I mean? You have your Joe Paternos, your Bobby Bowden's, your Nick Sabans, Les Miles, those kind of guys. And when you see them in person, you're like, man, it's just like an aura that they have.
But runs down the floor, and then I think he either got a dunk or like an and one coming off maybe like a pick and roll or something. But it was awesome to see like how he's really maturing and completing it as a player.
Obviously doesn't have the accolades that Tom Brady does, but we're pretty much getting a Tom Brady, when he went to the Bucs. That's what's happening. We're getting a guy who's at the end of his career.
Attitude with ever. I mean, dude, we thought Big Ben was a diva. There is no one probably in this NFL world that you can think of that would probably match what Aaron Rodgers brings when it comes to being a diva.
You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome back into another episode of the Mark Lesko Podcast. Joined by Brett Cable once again, talking college football, really. I mean, not too much going on with Penn State, but we'll get into that too. So,
yeah,
Brett, how you doing?
Still a little under the weather. Just can't beat this cold or COVID, whatever I had. I really don't know. I don't test for COVID anymore at this point. It's 2025. It's if I'm still testing for COVID in 2025, then I don't know. There's just bigger fish to fry, if you ask me.
There's people wearing masks in the store and in their car.
So. Yeah, it's wild.
But we'll just talk about some stuff we sent back and forth. Like I said, there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, the House settlement dropped July 1st, and that's kind of like I don't know. We kind of already knew about that, but I think it does kind of even things out for a lot of people, for a lot of schools.
For sure.
And I'm assuming most schools make $20 million at least, right? I mean, an athletic department.
Yeah, the cap is around 20 or 22 or something like that.
So
that's
a huge deal that you can get paid by your school and NIL. You know what I mean? So that's that works for sure. I mean, and they can get NIL. I talked about it on the Daily Show yesterday, July 4th stream. That I looked up the average income for like a sports department, and SEC and Big Ten are both up there. And I said that there's schools like I think it was MTSU. I saw that AD was like, we're going to try to get into a bigger conference with NIL. We're going to try to compete. And, if you have like a rich alumni or, a rich person who's an alumni or a fan, or the fact that you can pay your players with 20 million, 20 and a half, which I'm assuming most schools make that, then, not only are you paying them, like you can say, hey, if you're a 5-star quarterback, I forget where the 1 5-star went, but he went to like a smaller school. If you're a 5-star quarterback, we'll pay you this. And then there's a booster here that will help you too. And
BYU.
No, it wasn't BYU. It was smaller than that. Oh, actually, it might have been BYU.
Just recently, one of the top quarterbacks went to BYU over Oregon, which is wild.
So,
but
yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. But the one guy I was listening to, I don't know if you listened to that episode I sent you, that guy that does the Pitt Panther show. He had a pretty good breakdown of it. And, just overall, I think it'll be good. Like for a team like Pitt, can they, by paying their players, will that help them compete more? if they can pay their players directly, that can be a recruiting tool. And then with NIL on top of that, because if the school pays a good player to come in and then they do well, and then more NIL funds catch on, it can be. I want to see any team possible to get in. I mean, Cincinnati got in a couple years ago. Arizona State, that was kind of because of the bad playoff structure, but you get these smaller teams in there sometimes, you know what I mean? So
yeah, Arizona State showed out too. They played really good. So,
yeah,
almost had Texas. So
all right, so starting with this is something I sent you. This is back in 2002 when I can't remember this coach's name, but I just can't. I know his name. I just can't remember right now.
Yeah.
Well, all they can hope for
is
a touchdown or a penalty.
And the Cleveland Browns remember the Chicago Bears. It's not over till it's over. Last year, in one of the wackiest finishes you will ever see. 4 seconds remaining. Browns looking to hold on. 39-37. Green takes the snap. Green steps up. Under some heat. He got rid of it. John Tate is running with the football. Flags come down, and Tate is forced out of bounds at the 25.
Dwayne Rudd threw his helmet while the play was going on. That's a defensive penalty. The game can't end on a defensive penalty. Dwayne Rudd threw his helmet.
He thought he had sacked Trent Green, and in celebration, figuring there's no time on the clock, he took off his helmet.
Unsportsmanlike penalty. Number 57, Cleveland, threw his helmet during the play. It's a tack-on penalty, half the distance to the goal. Extend the down. One untimed down.
This is unbelievable.
Dude, that ref is please don't eat me to this guy in front of him.
The game cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Guy's huge.
Look at him there on the left side of your screen. He doesn't even know that John Tate is running with the football. The play is still going on.
He has been Mr. Reliable. This is his first game as a Kansas City Chief. And this is a 30-yard field goal attempt.
With zeros on the clock.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. They lost that way.
And this is a disbelieving Cleveland Browns stadium crowd.
Gammon will snap it. Straczynski will hold it. Morton Anderson, the oldest player in the NFL, 30 yards away. Anderson, he nails it.
I kind of remember when that happened. I mean, dude, that's insane.
the Chiefs' black magic started early when they sucked too. They weren't even good. They weren't even good in 0-2.
Haven't heard much from young Katzenmoyer in this game so far.
They talk about like the
10.
cowboy collars and
there's number 45.
visors and
in trouble takes off. It's free, short of the first down, and there he is. The big cat delivers the blow, and Jones is nailed short of the first. We haven't heard.
I mean, bro, I think he went in the supplemental draft. Katzenmoyer, you remember him? Played for Ohio State. He was I think he played in the late 90s. I think it was McQuarrie played against him.
Yeah.
Nebraska bringing out a live bull for this OV weekend is next level. I hope, bro, you know what's crazy? Like, what if that thing jumps and like snaps this kid's leg or something?
Yeah.
Franklin would never do. I don't think Franklin would ever do this.
It's a major liability.
Give me a point now.
All that thing has to do is dump him and he'd break his neck or something. I know that's like pessimistic, but geez, that's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, it really is.
And then people encourage it. Matt Rule, Coach of the Year. That's one of the dumbest comments I've ever seen.
That's that Cornhusker shit.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, bro.
It's pretty bad.
Why would you do that? Anyway, Le'Veon Bell might be back. Says he would like to return with Antonio Brown.
It's wild. Well, Antonio Brown's broke. That's why he wants to come. The dude applied for bankruptcy. He's broke. Like how do you do that, man? How does that happen?
He's so broke.
This happens to a lot of players too. He's not the only one. They spend all their money and like they're done with football. They have nothing to do. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and he was like charged with convicted or attempted murder. You know what I mean? Like this guy might be in trouble. So
yeah,
Le'Veon Bell should have never left, bro. Like that was so stupid of him to leave. He left, got paid $60 million, got coached by that freaking psychopath coach, the one that looked like he was like out of his mind when he was doing his interview. His eye was it Adam Gase?
When he went to the Jets, it was terrible.
Yeah, you remember that? He looked like a freaking nutcase.
Yeah.
Like this was his interview. Look at that.
Yeah, he eats children. Like he eats.
Like what is that, bro?
He at least eats people. I don't know if they're children, but he looks like he eats children. Like it's real messed up looking. Dude.
I mean, he he had Sam Darnold, and they totally screwed that up. I mean, real bad.
Yeah.
But
you want to do you want to do the commit that we got today?
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, where is that in there? Pretty recent.
Marlon Bright today. Yeah, today. I sent it to you. You posted it too. Yep.
Penn State's landed commitment from
Marlon Bright, offensive tackle from New Jersey. He's been in the mix for a long time. A good way to find out who was probably going to land somewhere too is if you go to On3's page or 247 and you look at how many times that player visited a school. He's visited Penn State way more than he's visited anybody else. Now, that doesn't mean he's a for sure get that we're going to get him, right? But most of the time you follow the visits, and that's usually where they're going. I know it's a new age of college football now, so things change and money talks. But Marlon Bright, he's ranked as a 4-star by On3. He's like a top 200-something recruit. The other services have him as a 3-star. Doesn't matter. When it comes to Troutwine, you trust what he's doing, man. We've wanted Marlon Bright for a while. He sees a 6'6", 270-pound offensive tackle. He's going to take him. So, yeah. Troutwine knows what he's doing. I trust him with my life. The last couple of years, our offensive line has really erupted and turned into a solid power and strength on our team. So, good get for Penn State. And we're not done. Here at 7:30, 1 hour from now, Penn State is projected to land defensive end Tyson Harley, actually from Gonzaga High School in D.C., which we just talked about, I think, last show, that we can't ever get anybody from Gonzaga High School for some reason, but we're supposed to land him. His teammate is Carter Meadows, the 5-star defensive end that went to Michigan. We were in the mix for him as well, but he's liked Michigan for a while, so it was going to be hard to turn Carter Meadows away. Tyson Harley's a 4-star. He's like 6'4". I think he's 6'4", so he's got good length. I think he's only 220 right now, but that's very normal for a high school player to be around 220, and we'll take them at edge, and we'll put on 25, 30 pounds, and we'll play on the end. So same thing, like I said, with Troutwine. You trust Deion Barnes with your life because the dude has shown in just a couple of years that he knows what he's doing, and he's recruiting and developing. Can't even talk because I'm still sick. At a high level, and we did miss on Dorian Barney. He committed to Michigan today. We were in the mix with him real heavily back in like May. I think it was the end of May when he came for his OV, the official visit. He plays high school ball in Texas, but he's a Erie, PA native. And I was telling Mark a little bit ago today that Erie, PA is like, that's not Penn State land, right? Like there's Penn State fans in Erie, PA, but that's more like West Virginia, Pitt. Like that's in a weird spot of the map. So, yeah, sucks we didn't get Dorian Barney, but we'll be okay. Michigan's they're paying for this recruiting class, man. The defensive guys that they got in this class they're really good. So I mean, props to them. They're recruiting at a high level. They moved into the top 10. We moved back a little bit, but hopefully we can make up some ground here. I think we're at like the industry rankings were like 15th or 16th. So that's about where we were last year. But I was also telling Mark, if Kevin Brown moves up to a 5-star, that'll push us up like 2 spots. So that alone. So regardless if Kevin Brown gets his 5th star, he plays like a 5-star. He's insane. So
yeah, Kevin Brown's a freak.
Yeah, Kevin Brown's an absolute monster. He's got oak trees for legs. Like the dude's just extremely athletic, very strong. He broke records at his high school. He'll probably break records at Penn State for squatting and stuff, man. Like he already squatted like almost 600 pounds as a teenager at high school. Just ridiculous, man. So, and his max bench was like 410 or something. So very good. So I got for recruiting right now. We're in the mix for a couple other guys. I don't really have any intel on any other commits as of right now, but we're coming towards the end of the popular recruiting cycle time. Like July is usually a big hitter, so we're getting a couple guys today, and hopefully we can grab a couple more because after today we'll be at like 23 commits or 24. So we still have a couple slots open. We'll probably find a couple late risers, right, like we always do, and maybe we can flip one of these guys, man. That'd be nice. We flipped Andrew Olish last year from Michigan, right? So, yeah. Yep. No, I can't hear it.
There.
Yeah.
There you go.
But his family, his
I'm gonna play
community,
this. This is this kid.
and obviously, this school that finds out that they are getting this absolute megastar.
Emmanuel,
now, I don't know if you know about
but,
this particular 2026 number 4 overall recruit from On3 because he's an offensive lineman. So it's hard to – I don't know if there's a lot of offensive
like they talk about it, but this kid is
linemen,
massive.
high school kids that are getting the
But Penn State was one of his final schools, so that's cool.
Recognition that they should.
Yeah.
If there's any of them that I have ever seen or heard of in my life, 6'7", 350 pounds, out of Baltimore, Maryland. He can squat over 600 pounds. He's going into his senior year next year. He's a junior. This is the class of 2026. That is next year. He's coming to a his school near you. Coming 6'7", 350, squats 600 plus pounds. Look at his knees. His ass just touched the ground.
Yeah.
You're talking about everything you could possibly want as a football player. Then you look at his reps. His athleticism is insane. He doesn't look like a 6'7" guy. He doesn't move like a 6'7" guy. But if you were to stand in front of him, you'd say, holy shit, look at this monster of a man. Ladies and gentlemen, to make Ohio State, Alabama, Michigan.
Ohio State wasn't in the top 4.
Name it. Every school that is in the college football
That's
world
some wild
has offered
Final
Manny.
Fours right
And
there.
Manny, if you would like to let us know where you're headed, and then I can't wait to ask you some follow-up questions on why. Where are you going to play football at, brother?
Yes, sir. So first, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I'm nothing. I'd like to thank my coaches at the C School of Maryland, Georgetown Prep, and my trainer, Coach Najee Brown. With that being said, for the next 3 years, I'll be taking my talents to the University of Oregon.
Let's go, dog! Let's go, dog!
Let's go, Doug.
Okay, so you'll be heading out to beautiful Eugene. I mean, that place is.
I love how he said,
yeah, they were talking.
With confidence, he said the next 3 years. Did you hear him? He didn't say full.
Yeah.
He said 3 years, as in, like, I'll go to the NFL after 3 years.
Well, if you're that good, you shouldn't be trying to stay in college.
No, absolutely. But 3 to 4 years is the normal saying. So, yeah, it's just funny.
All right. I'll just go through our messages here. I'll try to keep it to college football, but there's some stuff that we've sent that we just haven't really covered yet at all. But, I mean, you know, Ohio State's got guys. Notre Dame has gotten some guys. Penn State's got some guys. Oregon just got that kid who – what – is he number one nationally?
He's like top 5 recruit. Yeah, might be the third. He's a 5-star plus, so he's – I can find out here in a second. He is – damn it, this stupid site. Number 4 recruit. Yeah. 4th in the country. Number 2 offensive tackle. The only offensive tackle over him was, remember that Jackson Cantwell that went to Miami? Miami gave him a couple million to come. That's the only guy over him is Jackson Cantwell.
Number 2 recruit in 26 is going to Maryland. That's nuts.
Oh, that's 247. Yeah. So that's 247 specifically. In the industry rankings, he's 4th. So, like, all of them together, you know what I mean? Oh, and did you know that Rivals merged with On3? Because the same person who started Rivals started On3, so there is no more Rivals, if that makes sense. It's really just On3 now. So all of Rivals rankings and stuff are going to be like merged into On3s. I don't know how it's really going to work, but so now there's only 3 major sites. There's only going to be On3, 247, and ESPN. That's it. And ESPN, to be honest with you, is the last one that anybody looks at.
Yeah.
So
is cool 247 still a good source, or?
Yeah, 247 and On3 are the top ones. Like, I like them both. I mean, 247 and On3 are the top ones. They're similar. ESPN, I mean, that's cool, but that's the last. That's not the best one. It's the least good one.
Where's this kid at?
You're on 247, so I don't know. In 247, he's let me see, the number 22. He's number 22. That must not be updated because
on offensive tackles.
Well, offensive tackle, he's
a tackle, right? Oh,
yeah,
right here is interior.
I think they have him as an interior guy on 247.
So he's number 2.
Just go to On3 site. Yeah.
So there he's 2.
Yeah. Okay, you found it. That's fine.
Yeah. Let me see here.
That's 2020. Yeah, 2025 there.
Do they have recruiting rankings on here for like the schools?
So for that one, for 247, just type in 2026 college football recruiting rankings or whatever. and it'll show all the teams. I usually just Google search it and it'll work, but that might work. For 247, we're like 13th right now, so it's not terrible, but we took a hit missing some of those big guys. I mean, we really did.
I mean, I don't like the 2 PA guys that went to Notre Dame. I'm just like, why? All right, we are 14. Notre Dame's 5. Ohio State is 6. So we need more 5-star guys. That's pretty much what's killing us right now.
And we get them.
2027, we're number 1.
We get 5-star guys. This cycle, it was close, man. We were in. Think about how many top 4s we were in, and we're not going to. I'm sorry, and I agree with Franklin and the staff. We're not going to pay high school players more than the players that are on the team earning the money. This is what it comes down to. This is the whole debacle. Oregon and USC and all these other teams, they don't care. Like they don't care about culture. I'm not saying they don't care about it. It's not the first thing on their list. The first thing on Penn State's list is culture. Out of respect for the players on their team who are putting in the work, going to practice and showing out. Those are the players that Penn State's going to pay big money to. Drew Aller, Nick Singleton, Katron Allen, Denai Dennis Sutton, Zane Durant, Zakee Wheatley, all these guys, that's who they're paying money to because they deserve it.
Yeah.
Coming out of high school, I'm not saying you don't deserve money. You're going to get your money, but we're not going to give you a couple $1 million when you haven't played it down yet.
Yeah, even in 2022.
And you agree with that, right? I agree with how they're doing it. If we miss some big guys because of it, so be it. We'll develop guys anyways. Like, it sucks. I've been upset about certain recruiting battles too, but I still agree and have faith in the staff because I wouldn't just – because somebody on the team, they find out, holy crap, they just gave this 17-year-old $3 million.
I have faith in the staff, not Franklin. I don't have faith in him at all. But
when it comes to recruiting, yeah. I'm talking about
I mean, I don't know. Like, we'll see how it plays out. Like, if Penn State establishes itself as a culture place, but they're not getting the best guys, then I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if that'll be good or bad. But yeah, I mean,
Penn State has the best culture in the country because of Franklin leading the ship, though, because of that. Like, Franklin's making those decisions. He's the one who says we're going to give this guy this much money or not. And then obviously Pat Kraft's going to sign off on it because he's the head honcho. He's the athletic director. But like, Franklin is not going to switch on what he believes in. And I agree with what he believes in. You shouldn't pay a 17-year-old $3 million.
At the end of the day, like, they just got to like win against Notre Dame and beat Ohio State. And that's what it comes down to. So whatever gets us to that, then it's unproven what will get us there, because it doesn't happen. So
if we win on the field, we'll get more recruiting wins anyways. They'll just come along. But at the same time, what happened this year in recruiting will not happen next year because that money thing is going to be more even played out like we talked about. So I don't see 2027 class. We're like second right now or something. Like we're like, we're going to be killing it in 2027. Just wait.
Even in 2022, we had 26 commits, 3 5-stars. We were 6. Even then, that's probably the best class we've ever had. So
it's the best class we've had was 2022.
Yeah,
we had multiple 5-stars.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I get that. And on the long run, that's probably better not paying high school players more than people that are on your roster. But like, I don't know, man. We'll see. Because Notre Dame's definitely doing that. And culture-wise, there's not a lot of things about Notre Dame that are.
Dude. Their fan base is garbage.
I can't think of anything that is better, that Notre Dame is better than at Penn State, at. I mean, dude, this one guy on TikTok, like he kept talking crap. He kept posting pictures. He posted a picture of Aller, like after he threw that pick, and then the score of the game, And I'm like, bro, you guys got smoked in the national title. And then he tagged me in this video of a fan taping Aller's interception. I'm like, dude, like, move on. Like, seriously, like,
Dude,
you guys won.
clowns.
Like, it was 5 months ago. Like, why do you care about this still? Like, it was one game, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
They're still on it. They'll never stop, dude. Listen, if we would have beat Notre Dame, Penn State, because I'll say we wouldn't have spoke about it like that ever again. We just would have moved on and eat cheeseburgers and hot dogs for 4th of July.
He would have. He kept like posting pictures and wouldn't respond. So I was just like, I just blocked him. I'm like, if you're not going to respond,
if a Notre Dame quarterback did what Aller did, that'd be like we'd clown it for a day.
That's the thing. And if we beat Ohio State next year, like we're not coming on here talking crap like their fans do. I'm like, we don't need to talk crap, man. It's crazy, but
we're just like happy to be here. We'll just be happy.
Like these certain Notre Dame fans are so bad. I'm just like, I'm like, they're like, he kept posting these pictures, and I literally told him, like, dude, it didn't land, but like, because the first couple of pictures he posted, I'm like, what are you trying to like roast Penn State or what? And then he roasted the score. I'm like, all right, like, yeah, you guys won, good job. And then I don't know, but
that was 6 months ago, dude.
There's certain guys that they keep talking about them beating us. I'm like, oh my God, who cares? Like it's a new season. Like you guys won. Like, good job. Like you won by a field goal. It's not like you won by 40 points or something, but
no. Penn State beat themselves. And if they don't agree with that, then cool, but that's what happened. So what are you talking about, dude? Look up 2027 recruiting rankings.
All right, is there any more
we're first right now.
Recruiting stuff right now?
So remember the name Braden Fogel, that tight end I was talking about before?
No, dude. When it comes to recruiting, I don't remember these names because it's so many.
Well, I mentioned a lot. So Braden Fogel, we were in it for him, but we already got Pierce Peterson. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
We got Pierce Peterson from Minnesota. So Braden Fogel, he committed to Georgia like yesterday or the day before. So, so yeah, that was the last guy that it was a close call with. There's one more guy. So this is the confusion with this guy though. So
I gotta get going here soon, Brett.
Yeah, this will take a second. What's his first name? His last name is Wooden. All right, he's a defensive end, but dude, he's already 6'4", 260, and he's a defensive end. So Penn State likes him as a defensive tackle, right? That makes sense because he puts on a couple pounds, but he is very eager and wants to play defensive end. So I think he's in the mix for Penn State. He's a 4-star defensive end. I think he's from Massachusetts maybe. But anyways, Penn State will just take him to get him in the door, and then they'll probably let him try defensive end. If he's not a defensive end player, then maybe he'll move to defensive tackle. But so yeah, look out for Wooden. Last name is Wooden. Forget his first name right now. It's not coming to me, but we're in the mix for him. Other than that, I'm sure there's more names, but that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, Penn State will be all right. We'll be good.
All right, guys. That's pretty much all we got today. Just some recruiting stuff, but yeah, we'll keep coming on and talking whatever pretty much comes Penn State's way, and the other college football stuff I could probably talk about that on the Daily Show and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. So it's the dead of the off season. But yeah,
look out for Tyson Harley, 7:30 commit. You heard it here first if it happens. So
yeah,
look out for it.
All right, guys, take care. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.